Hello guys, this is the Ranger Gabriel 06. How's everyone doing today? Today is a movie review. I haven't done that in a long time. I've been doing a lot of unboxing the past few week or past week or two. Uh, if you're new to my channel, if you're just now stopping by, please subscribe to my channel. Be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Information down in the description box. So I just got back after watching this movie about I don't know, a little over an hour ago. I had to collect my thoughts and all that. As you can see, I'm wearing my Jurassic Park shirt, but I know it's a wrong title, but who cares? This is the one I grew up watching. So yeah, I just got back watching Jurassic World Dominion. You know, it was released 2 days ago. But of course, I like to wait a little bit later to watch movies in theaters. Yeah, and I'm not surprised because when I started seeing the reviews, I didn't read any spoilers, so I did not spoil the story at all. Before I watched this movie, so I'm glad I didn't. But speaking of spoilers, I'm going to mention some stuff because you see the title of my video. It's going to have some spoilers. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, don't watch this video until you go out and watch the movie first, and then come back and watch this video. So yeah, I was not expecting a lot from this movie, and very surprising. It didn't have a whole lot to offer. I'm not surprised at all anymore. Because ever since the second one, Fallen Kingdom, I could just tell it was going downhill from there. So, um, but out of the Jurassic World trilogy, okay, not the first three Jurassic Park movies, but just the Jurassic World trilogy, I feel like, after seeing this one, I feel like the second one was probably the weakest because we only get to see Jeff Goldblum one scene, that was it. Here they made it better. Not only Jeff Goldblum has more scenes, they brought back Laura Dern as Ellie Sadler and Sam Neill as Alan Grant. Perfect. It was perfect. And because of that reason, that's why I like this movie slightly better than Fallen Kingdom. Because of that reason, 'cause, having the original cast did kind of help. 'Cause if they were in it, yeah, I think it would have been worse than Fallen Kingdom, at least in my opinion. But this is coming from a guy who watched the very first movie back in what '94 when it came to theaters. So yeah, I was a kid. But anyway, so what this movie's about, it takes place 3 or 4 years after the second movie. You know, we know, dinosaurs are now coexisting to us humans, and you got Triceratops roaming the crop field, farm out in the country. You got little raptors running around the pond with the ducks. It's kind of becoming a normal thing now. Humans are kind of getting used to having dinosaurs around, and so at one point in the movie, okay, you gotta watch the first two, especially the second one, to understand what's going on in the third one. Uh, I forgot her name already. Macy, I think it was her name. The little girl. Turns out she was a clone. Okay, from Fallen Kingdom, and well, Owen Grady, played by Chris Pratt, and then you got Claire, played as Bryce Dallas Howard. Uh, they're like, because if I'm not mistaken, I think they got back into a relationship in the second film. Because in this one, they're still together, couple. And so they kind of take her in as their own daughter. So they're in a cabin, uh, Nevada, I think that's where they were. And they're hiding her because of her DNA, because you got this company called, I'm looking it up real quick. Is it Biosyn? It's kind of like Engine, but it's a lot like Engine from the first movie. but they changed the name. Uh, yeah, they're in Nevada. That's where they relocated. I'm trying to find the company. Biosyn, yeah, Biosyn. It's a new company run by. This is really cool. Lewis Dodson, yes, the guy from the first movie with the shaving cream. So Nedrick can get the sample from the first movie, right? Yeah. So the character now it's not played by the same actor. It's played by Campbell Scott. The other actor was played by Cameron Thor, which I'm glad he didn't return. And I didn't know this for a while, but back in 2016, he was sentenced to 6 years in prison for sexually assaulting a 13-year-old. That was 2016, so that means it's of 6 years. That means he just got out of prison just last year. So, yeah, so because of that reason, I'm assuming that's why he didn't come back. I mean, if he didn't do that, that would have been nice to have him back. But no, it's played by Campbell Scott, which he did a great job. He played in House of Cards, Damages, and he also played as Richard Parker in The Amazing Spider-Man and then Part 2. So he's the guy who plays Dodson. He did a good job, by the way, in this movie. Um, so yeah, so the other organization that's after Macy's or Maya's, what her name is, they're after her DNA. Because what it is, at some point, I think it was in Texas, uh, he showed this farm, this giant locust about this big. Uh, I think they actually existed in real life back during the Jurassic period. The thing is, they're not eating the food made by Biosyn. Instead, they're eating all the other foods. So now people are panicking because these locusts are, they're eating our food supply. So that's when Dr. Sadler comes in, Ellie Sadler, to find out what's going on. Because she's a she's a study of plants. If you guys watch the first movie, you'll know what her role is. And so that's why she's in this movie to help trying to figure out what's going on, why this happening. Come to find out is that these locusts are being engineered by Biosyn. And so they're trying to, you know, maybe not correct it, but it's something to do with, I mean, the whole facility is located in Italy. That's where the second half of the movie takes place is in Italy, and so these characters, they go in. She gets kidnapped. Okay, she runs off because she's a teenager. So teenager. That she's 14 years old. She runs off. Not surprising, gets kidnapped by this organization. And by the way, the Velociraptor Blue now has an offspring named Beta. So yeah. So because of genes, whatever, the Beta Blue was able to reproduce without a mate. So and I think that was the reason why they're after this girl. She had like the perfect DNA. And so Owen Grady and Claire to go after her. Meanwhile, at the same time, because at this time, Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, is now working for Biosyn, but he realized how corrupt they are, so he helps. He starts helping Grant and Sadler to get a sample from these locusts to find out what's going on. Uh, and that's what's kind of weird. The part where Dr. Alan Grant and Alan Sadler are one of his bio hazmat suits. I feel like it was like an espionage all of a sudden. I'm like, they're not good at stellar combat, yet they're sneaking. It was just, I don't know. That seems was a little weird to me. I mean, these are, they're uh, paleontologists. I can't pronounce the word, but people who dig up fossils and artifacts. And all of a sudden they're sneaking in the laboratory. I mean, it's a movie. I get it. It's just a movie. But I thought it was kind of weird. But yeah, so they get a sample with the help of Dr. Malcolm, the chaos theorist, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And and this is where they find out already. By then, they knew that Biosyn was behind it. They engineered these locusts. Again, they're like maybe this big, and so they go in, they get the samples, and of course they get caught. Malcolm gets fired by Dodson, and uh, you know, and then Doctor Wu, who's also in it. He was kind of a bad guy, I think, wasn't he, in the first film? Yeah, the first. I don't remember. Yeah, he was in the second one as well. Yeah, but but yeah, he's in it. B.D. Wong, the actor. I mean, great actor too. He did a good job. Um, but yeah, he's in it. And what he wants to do is to correct. He wants to eradicate these locusts. Correct them to not ruin his food supply chain, whatever. But to do that, he needs Macy's DNA. And so they finally agree to do it. Now, this is kind of towards the end of the movie, uh, you know, to help to create a pathogen to stop this locust outbreak. And so they agree to do it. Of course, you get the T Rex from the engine. Yeah, from the first movie, it's back in here. And the story itself was okay. I like how it ended, sort of. Um, you know, I don't know. I mean, if you watch Fallen Kingdom, it's kind of similar to that. And by the way, there is no mixed DNA dinosaur like in the first two films, like Jurassic World. We had the Indominus Rex. Fallen Kingdom, it was the Indoraptor. But in this one, there was none of that. All the dinosaurs, to my memory, were just pure. So that was really cool. So yeah, they didn't make any more new dinosaurs or anything. And besides, it wouldn't really fit in the movie. I don't think. It wouldn't fit. So anyway, Dodson. I'm going back to the store here. I know I'm kind of going all over the place. So Dodson is trying to get rid of evidence. That it wasn't them. So he turns on the incinerator in this little room where they breed the locusts or whatever. They burn them, but then they fly out. They escape while on fire, and it's causing the tree to get on fire. So they got it. So they're trying to bring all the dinosaurs back into the like sanctuary or whatever. And then Dawson is escaping this tunnel, like a little train tunnel. And this is cool. They brought back the Loposaurus, the one that the spitter from the first film. They're in this movie, and this was kind of a spoiler. Dawson gets killed. The thing is, when he trips, he has the original shaving cream canister from the first film because it was kind of burnt, a damaged looking. So I'm assuming it's the same one from the first film that was held by Dennis, the big guy, the raincoat. Uh, so that's one scene I did like. They recreated that scene from the first film. He trips, shaving cream rolled out of his bag. He crawled back into the train. The train stopped. They shut the power off. Uh, and then you get three Dilophosaurs coming in at him, surrounding him. They spit at him and they kill him. I'm like, they're recreating that scene. That's really cool. So I kind of like that. Of course, you got another cool character. She's a pilot. What was her name? Kayla Watts, played by DeWanda Wise. She was in this. We see her in a commercial. She's a good actress. She was a pilot that kind of worked for Biosyn, but then later helps them. You got Mom Mabidu Arche. He played as Ramsey. You got Isabel Sermon as Macy. Lockwood or no, I'm sorry. Elba Trill played the adult version of her. Uh, Omar Sy as Barry, who's in the first Jurassic movie, or Jurassic World. Yeah, Justice Smith. I mean, he's great actors, you know. Yeah, overall, not a bad movie, but don't expect a lot from this movie at all, guys. You know, it's not. I don't know. I kind of like it because, like I said, it had the original cast members. And the ending, like I said, I like the ending because they finally correct the DNA with the locust. You know, now it's better, and surprisingly, Wu lives. He doesn't die. So I mean, I'm kind of thankful for that because he was my childhood character. You know, I mean, that's a guy that I knew. You know, from the first movie, and I hate that he was a bad guy in the first Jurassic World movie. So, uh, and of course, Grant and Ellie Sadler are back in a relationship now because apparently she got divorced. You know, her kids are in college, so they're back together now. You know, and they're going to court to fight against, or sue Biosyn. And now Biosyn is all just abandoned. You know, the whole island of the Italy is now a sanctuary for dinosaurs. And what kind of brought me up at the ending was that now the dinosaurs are really coded to humans. Like one part, the Mosasaurus, that water dinosaur from the first movie, uh, was getting along with a bunch of blue whales. I don't know. I mean, I'm no biologist, you know, but I just feel like that wasn't really. I know it's just a movie, but I feel like it's not really realistic to have dinosaurs coexist against humans. I mean, because in reality, humans would be extinct. I mean, wouldn't they? Because see, that kind of beats the whole speech from the first film by Dr. Malcolm when they were, eating in the cafeteria. You know how he was explaining chaos theory that that the reason they were extinct because to make room for us. But now all of a sudden we're together. So I don't know. Again, it's just a movie. I understand that, but So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy this one on DVD. I mean, I had the first 5 film. I might as well get this one. So yeah, don't expect anything from this film. It was all right. Now, if you watch the first film like I did back in the '90s, you might like it a little bit better. For new kids, maybe. It was decent. I wouldn't say it was bad. I mean, a lot of people gave it like I know GameSpot gave it a 5 out of 10. Me, I say 6.5 for me out of 10. So, but yeah, but that's my thought on it. I mean, great actors. Don't get me wrong, great actors. The dinosaurs look good. I love that. And actually, it was in a commercial, but they finally got the raptors correct with the feathers and stuff. The frozen lake, whatever. The raptor dives in. And speaking of scenes, real fast, it just dawned on me. I think it was the first trailer. It was a theater. It was a drive-in movie scene. Y'all remember that when the T Rex was in a drive-in movie and people were scared? I know they used to sing in progressive commercial. The thing is, that whole scene was not in the movie at all. Like it just dawned on me. Unless that was only made for the commercial, I don't know. But yeah, but it's okay. Decent movie. Uh, well, watching again when it comes out on DVD, I will. I will not watch it again in theaters. No. But when it comes on DVD, yeah, I'll watch it again then. But again, it was good seeing the actor, and that's probably what made the movie good or kind of helped it. 'Cause without them, like I said, it would have been bad, I think. Yeah, I mean, you could tell that they ran out of ideas. And already they're talking about the future of the series. I hope they don't. At least reboot it or something, make a cartoon or something. I mean, it's 6 movies. Leave it alone. It's done. move on, do something different. So anyway, guys, that is it. Decent story, great actors. I love the dinosaur that they used. It was great. I loved it. Great CGI. I thought it was good. So anyway, guys, uh, thank you for watching. It's Sunday. It should be a hot week. Stay cool out there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.